Ken, you said something earlier about that the theory of evolution can't explain evolution because you need it. It just couldn't. You couldn't have so many random events come together. But I guess one of the things I've been concerned about in the theory of smart mind or smart creation is that it doesn't really get us anywhere. It just puts that which is unexplainable one step back in the mind of God, and we're still left going, well, then how do you imagine how that came into being?
Right. That's exactly right. Exactly right. The only advantage to that is that I would rather have evolution in the mind of God than in the mind of Richard Dawkins. It just makes me sleep easier. But you're right, it doesn't explain, in that sense, it doesn't explain anything. And that's probably why it won't convince a scientist. Because scientists there's a noble impulse in what science is trying to do, which is say, okay, fine for all that metaphysics, but we're going to try to understand as much as we can using these empirical methods. I'm entirely in favor of that. The problem is they already can't explain a whole lot of things that they should be just a little more careful about, starting with the fact of their own first-person consciousness. So it's a strange thing to have a first-person awareness proclaim that first-person awareness doesn't exist. It's sort of an odd way to spend your life. So like writing 10 volumes on why writing doesn't exist. So all you want from these kinds of things out of scientists is just to get them to hold up a bit and just kind of look at it and go, okay, I thought I had this figured out. It's a mystery. That's at least, I would much rather have that kind of mystery than what we have now with sort of quantum mechanics proves God stuff with really bad physics about the collapse of the wave packet, and that's where spirit is and all of that. That's a really bad use of science and a poor understanding of mysticism. It's sort of putting those two together. As for those creative leaps, mind of God, who knows? But that at least reintroduces that mystery. And it at least introduces the notion of creativity. And that's one way to think about it. And if you sort of just introspect your own mind when you have a really creative idea, it's like, where does it come from? And it's really amazing, actually, when you think about it, because you can have just some really profoundly creative, novel ideas that just seem to just show up. It's at least plausible that the evolutionary unfolding itself has just that. It has moments of mysterious creativity. And what does it mean? Where does it come from? It's just the same place it comes from in you.
It seems then that you're trying to roll back a false certainty to recover awe.
Yeah, I'll buy that. Everybody understand that? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Be interesting to see where it goes, yeah. What do you do with the awe?
Well, I mean, that's been the clearest place where I've been able to open into the ground of being.
That's great. That's exactly what I think the point is. And that's not to take away from what science has to do, which is that once a phenomena shows up, then that's what science is so good at. Where the phenomena comes from the first time, awe. It's just an awe. It's an extraordinary, mysterious awe. Yeah. Thanks.